It seems to me that I don't know that I would say he's not good at figures. It seems to me that the figures that he puts into his images are, in many ways, very simplified. For example, I mean, this is a painting of his wife painting in the car, Joan Nivison, and he's, really, even just for a little quick sketchy watercolor, she's perfectly adequately represented. It seems to me that just as he simplifies the spaces, he tends to simplify the figure, and the awkwardness in his paintings, in part, of figures, especially when they're modeled by his wife, is that they fought constantly. They had an extremely abusive relationship.
Really?
Yeah. He yelled at her. She gave as good as she got, but they really had a quite vicious psychological interchange between them. Yeah, there's a fair number of people who have done research on her. And she was also an artist, and she resented basically having to give up her career to sort of take care of his. I think she kept a lot of the notebooks and records for him. And he wasn't all that complimentary about her work, as far as I can tell. And so it may be that there's, some evidence of the inner tension between them that makes his later portrayal, particularly of female figures, seem so rigid and unsensual, even when they're nudes. They're just very pared down and angular.
Thinking particularly his nudes seem not flowing.
Yeah. And, she didn't want him to use other models, so he sort of used his imagination as she got older. And, I mean, it's a very complicated story, but I think that there are certain kinds of sexual and emotional tensions that percolate along under the surface of his painting. And one might not know all the details of that, but there's a sense that something is going on that you can't quite put your finger on, and then that adds to that odd, uneasy quality.